This next game, it's going to be Disaster's Underwear versus EXG Cure Mango. The three decks that they are fielding on Underwear's side is going to be Dragon Shadow Blood, which I think is very common, and on Cure Mango's side is going to be Blood Shadow Rune, which maybe is just the alternate. A lot of people are letting Blood through. Let's talk about the mirror match. How does this play out, really?
Well, this is a prime example of really wanting to go first. You want to get your curve like Cure Mango apparently has. And he's going first. Oh man, this is gonna be a hard game for CK Underwear, man.
Yeah, Blood's kind of, I think Blood's always been a faction that wanted to go first. Like even old Control Blood wanted to get Dire Bond on 3. I think Blood's just a faction that wants to go first. But yeah, this is very, very like reminiscent of older decks with the Ambling Wraiths, and Urius is back in, Diabolic Drain's back in these lists. I actually like this a lot. This looks cool.
Well, he's playing more, CK Underwear is playing Vengeance Blood versus, and if he manages to stabilize, he actually could have a chance. It's just going to be really hard though. Like traditional aggro blood tends to just kind of blow out Vengeance Blood.
Yep, Aggro Blood, for those who don't know, used to have a, if it went first and played the game it wanted to, it would kill you on 6 mana, usually with Demonic Storm, or a Swarm of Bats, or like Implancers, so that's the plan Mango is looking for here.
Alright, so he decides to attack the ward. Since his followers wouldn't die from attacking the ward, he's essentially made it weaker so they can't like get any kind of profitable trades in any way. So I like this.
Yep, Vanya Vite, a great combo there. Every time a bat enters the battlefield, Vanya does 1 damage to the enemy, and then Vite on Clash makes a bat into the battlefield. It's a combo we haven't seen in a while again.
Yeah, it's like we fell back into the previous meta.
Yeah, we fell back to it.
Oh, let's come back.
That's actually crazy. A Big Knuckle Bodyguard on curve did no damage to Underwear because he's already in Vengeance. Mango is just going in, dude.
Yeah. But he rather CK Underwear is in an incredible amount of trouble right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you notice Underwear killed the bat there. That's actually, again, because of that Vanya synergy. There's other synergies in the deck for bats. Even though the Ambling Wraith had more stats, that's something else we haven't seen in forever, is killing the bats first, because they're actually more important.
Yeah, there's a card called Vampiric Fortress that works alongside of the bats. So whenever there's a bat in play, you at the end of that turn, you make another bat. And that's a huge boon to that, because it helps do additional damage, just generate the board and whatnot.
It looks like Underwear is coming back into this, but this could just flip very fast.
Yeah, he's gonna need more Diabolic Drain.
Yeah,
like,
he needs much more healing. The Saboir will help quite a lot, but yeah. He was actually in range of a top deck Evolved Lancer.
Well, so Brewer coming in to take out the that he doesn't even have to burn his Evo point. And now your Mango's gonna have to, you know, draw something that's gonna get him, you know, back in control of this game.
Well, Karabos puts him into it, I think.
Yeah, it's now
drawing 2 cards a turn.
Yeah, that adds a clock. So now, like, he has to deal with this, Karabos, and he has to win within a certain amount of turns, or he will just flat out lose. Because at the end of every turn, Karabos will do 1 damage to the opponent, and you get to draw an additional card. The downside to that is that you can't gain 3 points for the remainder of the game.
That effect will actually persist if Karabos dies as well. So.
Yep. And this
that
was a great draw. Yeah.
Your time won't
Ooh. Underwear going out of his way to preserve the Bane on Savoir here, and even evolving for face, because he realizes that clock he's been put on.
Yep. But the thing is, he's actually in a much better position than he was in. Those Diabolic Drains pulled him back into this game.
Yeah, definitely. There's Night Horde, another bat scaling card. 4 mana, do damage to an enemy minion equal to the number of bats you have. It also puts 2 on when it first comes in, so you can do a lot more if you have more bats.
And he drew another Night Horde.
Another one, yeah.
And he draws another Diabolic Drain.
Wow.
Oh, fate's with him, man.
Ooh. That Air Jammer is incredible. Pulling Spiderweb Imp there, it's going to protect him against any top deck Imp Lancers.
Yeah, definitely. This is not looking good for Kiramango. Oh man.
Or bats. If he had the vein, he was never keeping that Vania, but if he still had it.
Yeah, I don't think he really.
It's actually just over almost, I think, right?
Yeah. I mean, the best he can really do right now is he can play the Angel Word, shoot the Belphegor, but the Night Horde doesn't kill anything. He's in trouble.
Well, he goes to 13 killing that, and then he gets swung back on and basically dies to Razor Claw? Just about.
Yeah. Yeah. Because right now...
This is looking really bad for Mango.
It is. Right now, CK Underwear is sitting on, say 4, 8, 11, 12, 13. If he plays that Angel of the Word and shoots that, then he still takes 1 damage. So, and he's got the Razor Claw in hand. He also has, if in the event that the Razor Claw ends up for some reason not being enough, which it will be, but he also has the Emeralda, which gains Storm because he's currently in Vengeance.
Right. Yeah, I think Mango has realized how much trouble he is in.
Yeah. Like right now, it's like, does he have it? And the answer is yes, he does.
It's weird because he could even, like, in some weird universe, play the Summon Bloodkin, then Night Horde something, which would do 4 damage to, like, the Air Jammer or something. But that's even still just worse than killing the 4-1, and you take a lot of damage off that Urius. So, like, every option you had there was just... They're just stuck in a bad place no matter what.
Yep.
There it is. Kiramango losing to Underwear on the first game here. He had the aggro blood, right? A very aggressive list utilizing bats that have really made a return in popularity, I think. I feel like the key card there was, I think, that Spiderweb Imp into kind of the situation. And almost I feel like the fact that the hard part is if before turn 4 you reduce Bloodcraft's health down to 10, you essentially are doing their job for them, right? Because in their game plan, they were expecting to be at 10 by that time, right? And so I feel like, in actuality, all Kiramango did with that early pressure was get his opponent down to 9 health, which is like 1 more point of damage than you would normally have, and his board state was absolutely cleared out. How do you feel like his aggro blood will run up against this Ramp Dragon deck here?
Well, Ramp Dragon, actually, if you get a decent enough start, can, you know, do really well because you have tons of healing in the deck. And you have, like, when you get to higher play points, the more healing you can institute. So I think that this is he has a chance if Kiramango is kind of kept at bay in an early game.
Yeah, I do believe that on the play, he has a pretty good chance. Not drawing like this, though. He needs to not be drawing Sawqueal and Olivia and stuff, because on the draw, Mango's deck is much less explosive than it would have been.
Well, the Ayala coming down, and what that will do is when the Ayala dies, it will grant him an empty play point, which will, of course, ramp him faster to 10 play points. But unfortunately, though, he's not looking too hot right now. There's a lot of damage sitting on board.
Right. Mango will actually just ignore that and make sure that he only plays things that it can't kill itself on. So it'll attack a bat and just not ramp. So.
Yeah. Right. So
Mango playing around that exactly how it wants to.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for CK, he didn't get anything like he didn't get a Rahab, which would have been very good here. He didn't get really anything like any blazing breaths to help clear out some threat. And he's very far away from Breath of the Salamander.
Yeah, he's a few turns off. He needs a Sybil pretty bad this turn, I think.
Actually, I'm not even sure Sybil's gonna help him.
Well, it could evolve and clear a bat, which would be incredible.
But that's not what's gonna happen because he didn't draw a Sybil.
Feels bad, man. I think is he forced to breath this turn?
Yeah, he has to breath this turn. He has to breath the 3/3
he has to
and
breath
trade
the 3/3.
Dialas. And he's not doing that at all.
Okay, so I mean he can evolve the 2. Okay, I was gonna say he could have evolved the 2/1 Ayala, thrown it into 3/3, so it died. Because you want these Ayalas to die. He could have killed them. Well, still realistically would have killed only one.
Well, I mean, he's not. This is painful, man.
He's not dead, but he's also not dead.
Yeah, exactly. He's not dead, but it's kind of hard not to pronounce him dead.
Because this is a breath turn. You have to breath this turn, no matter what you think you need to do to wipe the board. Trading in Ayala first would actually be good here because you don't need her, and ramping to 10 would be great.
Yeah, his only choice is the breath here. There is no other. Wow.
He's going for Sawqueal Lucifer? Yeah, to heal for 4. And leaving up...
Do you think...
Yeah. He's leaving up bats.
Do you think this is a little greedy?
Definitely, yes. With an evolved play point left, those bats are going to wreak way more havoc than... Yeah. He's going to heal for 4, and he just left 4 on the board. So, like, the same situation that he would have died to is still alive.
Yeah. It's just a little bit greedy.
It leaves a 6/5. Never punished.
Oh, man. Well,
never.
Okay, this one's
yeah. Jeez.
So developing a Karabos is probably, probably the better play here.
Definitely.
If he had drawn a 3 damage there, so Razor Claw right there.
Wow.
Imp Lancer, Demonic Storm, all those cards would have killed Underwear.
Yep.
Is that a Wrath Drake? That's a Wrath Drake.
It is a Wrath Drake. Unfortunately, this doesn't take him out of lethal.
It doesn't, yeah. Lucifer is just, man.
Well,
this is like really reminiscent of the old days, where Lucifer just wasn't enough, you know?
Well, actually, he's not. Never mind.
Yeah, he would have lived with 1 had that not been top decked. But
yeah,
I mean, aggro blood has so many ways to get damage. Like realistically, it's a burn deck. You can't expect it not to top deck damage.
So Kier Mango takes the second game here, and what's interesting is the inclusion of Lucifer in the deck. I think he was very popular prior to kind of Tempest of the Gods, and as Tempest of the Gods played out, Lucifer started being removed. I think there was actually a very strong opportunity. I almost feel like that call out on Sybil probably would have turned the game around. I think the healing provided by Sybil, especially with Lucifer tagged on at the later stages, would have given Underwear this constant stream of healing that would have just barely kept them out of lethal and then been developing big bodies on board that, looking over the aggro blood deck list, doesn't seem like it actually has that great removal for big bodies. So this next game, it could be a dragon deck from Underwear. The blood deck is gone now from Kier Mango. Yes, so it's going to be the dragon deck, and I think that's the only deck remaining for Underwear. So it's going to be Shadowverse Dragon, a matchup that we've seen a ton of times. Now, Demon Eater and kind of running the Soul Conversion card drawing is a new, very effective method of running your Shadow lists. Do you think this gives it even more of an edge over Dragon? Would you say that Dragon has an edge over Shadow at all, or is this just a really bad matchup?
I don't think I would say it's a really bad matchup. several players that I've talked to seem to actually still like the Dragon versus Shadow matchup, even without Ouroboros being able to gain health, because before that was such a big difference maker in the matchup. In my opinion, I do think this matchup is still in Shadow's favor. It has ways of putting very frustrating followers on board. So I definitely think it's still in its favor, in Shadow's favor, but nah.
Yeah, I think I actually Catacombs. I think I actually agree with Shadow being more favored now. Last week, obviously before nerfs, we saw the opposite of that. Ouroboros just continuously bullying Shadow out of the game. But I think that's going to have like an opposite sort of turn. I do think Ouroboros is a pretty big deal in this matchup, and I can't heal anymore, so no one's really playing it.
Not to mention this, you know, CK Underwear, a really decent hand here. Like, he's got Wrath Drake, he's you know, Fervor, he's got the Saha Quill into Israfil, clear board, he's got Zeus to push damage. Nice hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a pretty aggressive evolve there. Interesting.
Yeah, that is a very aggressive evolve. But the thing is that I don't necessarily disagree with the evolve. Again, you know, it's definitely going to force him to evo here. And
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and like, I think he has to play the average role before, like, all these other cards come online. Like, next turn, the board's getting wiped with Saha Quill Israfil. So, or Conflag.
True. Yeah, Mango's kind of stuck in a spot right now. He doesn't have another Catacombs to make himself wipe-proof. And he actually can't even Soul Squash the Sybil, so... If he has to guess the Underwear is clear, it's not Conflagrate, then Sybil's a problem.
Okay, so it looks like he is going with the Soul Squasher route, so he doesn't have to burn another evolution point.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna. Well, okay, he's gonna go for the zombie party, saving the shadows. Yeah, okay. Still that aggressive evolve though.
Yeah. I think what we're gonna see here is we're gonna see CK Underwear start to slowly take control of this game. And maybe not slowly, I think quickly take control of this game, because the options he has in hand is perfect for dealing with Shadow's boards.
Right. Next turn he actually has an enhanced Wrath Drake, which would be incredible this turn, but I actually agree with not conflagrating here. I don't think you're forced to just yet, especially when you're holding this. So
that
Israfil coming down. Yeah, Israfil was really good there.
Yeah, it's gonna put in a lot of work this game. I mean, right now, Cure Mango's got to be like, well, how am I going to be able to, you know, push enough damage through, you know, this Israfil and whatnot? And he may be regretting his earlier Evo points, his early Evo usage.
Maybe. Also, if he had that Lurching Corpse on board, that would have been great. Because it would have just
it would have been great.
Yeah. He does have Underwear down to 7. Underwear can heal at least 3. Is that a Queen of Dreads? That's a Queen of Dread Sea.
It is a Queen of the Dread Sea. Wow.
Yeah,
so
that's interesting.
He's going for he is running Polyphonic Roar. We did see that in his mulligan, so it does make sense.
Polyphonic Roar and Zeus in the same turn sounds good.
Definitely.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. So
that's exactly what Mango needed to couple with this Phantom Howl.
Yeah.
To finish this game.
But there's a problem, and that problem's name is Israfil. Like,
Israfil evolve will wipe. Yeah. To 11. If he had an evolve left.
Right. If he still had it.
Although all those evolves went face, so it's not like they were quote unquote wasted, because they did go face, which is where they would just be going now.
Exactly. So I think that the only choice here is to play the Israfil. Yeah.
Very quickly slap that down.
Yeah. Now he can't kill with the Phantom Howl now.
Phantom Howl will do, it'll do 5 plus 2. So it'll be 2 off. Does have Squasher though. Squasher's pretty good here.
Oh, it's really good. Killing Israfil for 2 seems good.
Seems good, man. However, Zeus is gonna lock this out pretty hard. Zeus is...
Yeah, he's gonna
Zeus is
have
a big
to run.
wall.
Yeah, that's a big boy right there. And he's gonna have to run, like, basically his whole board into it when he plays the Ektar, but he could just simply... CK Underwear could just wipe the board now. He's at a pretty healthy life total. I know 9's not exactly the most healthy. But
Yep.
He's at a pretty
Life
healthy
Drink is
life
also
total.
good here.
Definitely.
Ooh, Corpse into Eekter is actually really good. It'll force like another spell-based wipe.
He can't ram the corpse. He can't actually do anything with the corpse. He can play the corpse and get it on board. So to prevent
the corpse. Okay, so the corpse is secret good because we know Underwear is holding a Zeus. That's why the corpse is secret good. This is just gonna get destroyed. Okay, he preset the course. Okay.
Oh, nice line.
Rip.
I think he... Oh, he's not. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
That did force 2 spell-based wipes, though, which is really good for Mango.
But now CK Underwear could play the Sybil. Or
Lucifer. He can play the Lucifer. Sybil Druid on Fervor is probably okay. Interesting.
I like this.
Yeah, Sybil Zeus. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is sets up lethal next turn too.
Yeah, this is a sweet setup. So he's got heal. He's got a big reward, and this game looks pretty locked out here. No, he could draw 3 cards right now, and maybe he'll draw something to be able to deal with this Zeus, but it's looking pretty grim.
I mean, the Queen kills you too, so.
Yeah.
Death Breath?
Oh wow!
That's a card.
That is a card. Death's Breath to save the day.
We in there? Okay, Death's Breath.
Yeah, that was a
now Mango just needs to get I think the 3rd Conflagrate. Or not Mango, Underwear. Underwear top deck's the 3rd Conflagrate.
And? No, that's not what
Rip.
That's a sweet attack animation.
It is, yeah.
But,
and that goes back in the same spot again.
Yeah.
You know, low-key, Voices of Resentment would actually be slightly semi-useful here.
Yeah, it would.
If Ayala hadn't come down. That Eekter, though. Ugh.
Yeah. This game's over, though, right?
Yeah.
He's at 6. He can't take that much damage off board. Actually, he can only
if he had more shadows, man. If Coco could buff like a 3rd zombie, and then you had a 4th also, man.
Right. I mean, I think it would have been just a little bit wiser of him to play the Bone Chimera first, then have played the Ektar. Because at least be able to take out the Sybil, he's still gonna lose though.
He's still die. Yeah, the Queen of Dreadsea.
Just can't take out that Queen of the Dreadsea. Like, and CK Underwear taking it. Go ahead, brother.
CK Underwear.
Dis Underwear.
Yeah. Yeah, Dis Underwear.
Oh, he's CK Underwear in my Discord. So I just used to calling him that.
Dis Underwear.